And welcome back to part 4 of Lucia's story in Devil May Cry 2. Today we've got the underwater level, so I'm maxing out that bow gun as soon as I can to make it as smooth as an experience as possible. But oh god, we have to put up with these god awful controls. It's slow, pathetic melee and a bow gun. Oof. Oh, thanks to another full blue orb. Great way to start. At least we got some extra health. What is that, our 5th blue orb now? Go up the fucking... There we go. God damn, this controls like shit. She's constantly moving forward when I'm trying to swim up. That's why I keep on turning. But yeah, as we go on our quest to find the final Arcana, we unfortunately have to put up with all that swimming shit. And it's pretty safe to say that's not the last we're going to do with the swimming. That's the introduction. Yeah, so there's water here, there's something here. Yeah, they're going to throw more of this at us. But what's this one going to be? We still haven't got Sprint Heart. I think that's the only one we're missing, because Chrono Heart we know they're not going to give us until much later on. So this might be Sprint Heart. Either that or it might be her unique one, because I know she has one unique. Yeah, it is. Aqua Heart. Swimming Demon Fish. So what is it? So I can DT in the water, is that it? Enhances ability to move in water and DT. Oh, that sounds... In fact, I have to get a power up for it to not control like arse, and I'm sure it probably still control like arse anyway. I can't help but shake that feeling. It doesn't really help. Yeah. I kick you in the face. Yep. Oh god, that launched you a little bit. Shame there's no real ragdoll physics in this game. Like, can you imagine that? Like. Come the next game, they just whack an enemy like off a building and you see their body just flop all the way down to the bottom. But I know the secret mission's here. Yeah, secret mission 7 of Room. I keep on giving the names of these areas more credit than they deserve. They're secret rooms because they're just battle rooms. They're not secret missions because you're not doing anything special. I mean, at least it makes this game easier to 100%. So if you're like me and want 100% it to get it out of the way but don't really want to commit, you can. You don't have to worry about really hard secret missions. Oh. Really? Jesus, alright. This Demino chorus is... They're just annoying because they just zip around and have more health than the average flying enemy. As a motorbike comes to whiz past, thanks motorbike. Really appreciate it, arsehole. This isn't even a busy road I live on. It's just we always get the odd one on the bike every so often. It's just how it is. I also live in the UK. I was nearly dead. There we go. At least I managed to get a C out of it. And we get another fragment. I wonder if that's enough for a blue orb. I haven't really been keeping track. No, it's not. Okay. Alright, is there anything up here whilst we're here? Oh, there is. Oh, just shit to smash, so extra red orbs, neat. Nothing else. To be fair, that was a good, like, 600 red orbs there, so that's quite a handy little spot. Ooh, as the frame rate dies again. Are we back in the ocean? Yes, we are. Fucking great. I love these controls. Okay. Why did it take so long going across? Why didn't it just zoom up straight away? Oh, it's because there's a force against you, I see. So you can't actually... Alright, okay. So it was trying to highlight, hey, there's a current and you can't move against it. It's what they were trying to go for. And they at least programmed it right that the current dies the moment you're out of range of it. I wonder if you got to hit all those bloody switches. Oh, Sagasso is neat. God damn this shit. This is a terrible combat. The underwater sections, they somehow made it worse than DMC1. Ugh. Like DMC1, it was bad, but it was at least tolerable once you got your bearings. You could put up with it, but this is not tolerable. This is terrible. And of course, you have to be close to these guys for them to become active, like in DMC1. So of course, the basic skulls had to come back, not the fancy and fun enemies. God damn it! It's gonna take forever. The only way they could make this worse is if they make us fight a boss underwater. But I'd like to think they wouldn't be that much of a dick. I like to think that the dev team at least had some vague understanding that some of what they were making was not even remotely entertaining to the audience. I'd hope. Like, come on, how did no one in the design team, like when they were making this game, think that these were fun? And like, how did none of them point out that this isn't really good for the player, this isn't really fun, this is like the thing that people didn't like from DMC1? And now we're doing tight platforming with these god-awful jumping controls? Fair, I did it though. And this will probably turn off the fans. Alright, I'm going to assume that means turn off the fan. They want us to go down that. Yay. Alright, thank you. I thought I was stuck then for a second. And a very slow swim back down we go. Fucking hell. I'm glad this is the last DMC that has swimming. Because 3, 4 and the reboot understood that it was shit and was not worth doing, but 1 and 2 just didn't seem to get that memo that it's really not fun to have swimming sections in these sort of games. Look at it, it's so bad. Oh, I wonder. Oh, I've jinxed it, haven't I? This is going to be a boss fight coming up now, isn't it? Made a slight cut just to sort of pause for a sec, but let's see what hell it's going to throw at us. So clear my throat again. Oh, we are fighting a boss underwater. Neat, my favourite. Ugh. But this will be fun. Alright, let's see what we got here. Tatia Besu. Okay, this is the other unique boss on the trophy list. Oh boy, he turns himself invisible. I can still see you though, Brick. You know, I think what's more annoying is that this is the biggest, most open arena we've got for a boss fight in quite a while, and they put us in an underwater fucking fight. Ugh. We better get something worth it for killing this prick. Like, come on, I'm just aiming around and trying to shoot him because he's just sitting around being invisible. Come on. And the moment he became visible, 90% of his life just fucking went. It wasn't that much, but it was still a healthy amount. Hey. I can imagine this fight being a right bastard on DMD. Like, I can imagine this being that one fight that you always dread, because 1, 2 and 3 all have that one boss fight where on DMD nothing just seems to work and it's kind of shitty. Like the first game had Mundus. Trying to do Mundus on DMD, good fucking luck with that. This game I'm prepared to bet it's probably this fight, because it just seems a lot out of your hand. And in 3 it's phase 2 of Arkham. Like phase 2 of Arkham, yes. It's fine on easier difficulties. The moment you go into DMD, just bring Holy Waters and spam through it. It's not worth it. But 4, I'd say, gets away with it. 4, I can't think of any of the bosses, except maybe the fucking window. That was a pain in the arse on DMD. Or feels unfair pain in the arse. But even then, the window isn't too bad. You just kind of have to get lucky more than anything. But we did that, and I hope that's the last of the fucking underwater bullshit, because that was dumb. But then, no, I say that, they gave us a bowgun and gave us the option to upgrade it. They're definitely going to throw more at us at some point in the future. They're not going to just throw that idea away, even though they really should. Mission 8. Defeat the prisoner in the abyss in the hand of hunter to mysterious vessel. Hand the hunter the mysterious vessel. When I can speak English as another fucking motorbike. God's sake. Jack and the Green was the other week, people. Give it up. Oh, the blades are back. Neat. At least they understood that, oh look, the blades are the swimming enemies. We could just reuse that shit. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, there's another two. There's quite a few down here. I know it's because I've just upgraded the bow gun, but these guys die relatively quickly, thankfully. Alright, you know there's going to be at least one secret in one of these holes. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Level 8, let's go. Only 2 left after this. Oh boy! Dude, these guys are complete pricks to deal with compared to the first game. The first game, it was wait for them to come at you, shoot them. It was done, because they had next to no health. But these guys actually have a decent amount of health, so they're a pain in the arse. But I'm surprised with all the enemies they chose to bring back that they did end up going with these guys. Like, I know that they would have been really easy to port over because they're not fancy designed. They're only one colour, they're just a human skull that they can move around and click their teeth every so often. It's not hard, so I do kind of get that they brought them over. It's just why not just bring over the enemies that people liked fighting? Like, I understand the basic fodders, like the marionettes you're not going to bring over because every game has their own basic fodder. So you're not gonna reuse them, but all the advanced enemies, like they brought back blades, but only for the underwater section. So make them a normal enemy. They were fun. Bring back the frosts. Hell, even bring back the bloody nobodies. Just bring back something that required a bit more effort than fucking skulls. Like DMC4 got the right idea of bringing back familiar odd faces. It brought back the ones people like, or the ones that had advanced strategies to them, so they could make them rework and have to find a new way around them off a new system. Like, dealing with the frosts in 4 is similar but different to how you had to deal with them in 1, because it's a similar principle of having to be quite evasive because they will armour through a lot of your stuff, but you have a completely different arsenal and tricks up your sleeve compared to how you were before. But anyway, we're done with the bloody skulls. Let's go a shit and go. Hey, that's enough for another blue orb. I'm not going to bother trying to get the full 20 units of health with Lucia because I know we just don't have enough missions to get enough red orbs for it. But I'll get all the collectible blue orbs. I just won't get all the ones that you have to buy. And there's the erupt cell, or gel even. Let's shoot off these little fucks. I think that's the surface of it. Yeah, it is. It's hard to tell what's the surface of the water of some of these dodgy angles. But now we've got to do more bloody awkward ass platforming. Alright, neat. Alright, neat. Fucking... I know some of this is just because I'm impatient, but the shitty platforming is still shitty platforming. It might lack of patience on the matter or not. Alright, there's definitely something going to be behind this. There it is. So that's our first fragment for this slot, because we got a blue orb from the last fragment. And let's actually interact with this and see what it wants. Reflect my power. Okay, so it's like the T-Rex from the first game then. Just knock it back. I should probably get more distance. Yeah, I should probably get more distance. Alright, I hit it. That should have counted. Right, I'll use the longer swords, maybe it'll help. Because it doesn't matter if they do less damage. It's about hitting the bloody thing. Ah, fuck. Alright, this might take a bit. I hit it! Come on! You heard the little ding of me connecting with it. There we go. Oh, we got to do it 3 times. Of course we have. There's 2. Okay, 1 more. There! Now what? Oh. Is it just... Like, the water didn't even rise up, it just appeared. I want the bowgun, not the fucking bombs. Ow. Let's get out of here. Okay, that's not the way out of here. Thanks to the red orbs though. Ow. I wonder if that purple mist that's left behind hurts me as well. I'm not going to try because I don't care, but I'm still curious a little bit. Oh, sweet, thanks. At least there's no dodgy enemy around the corner that Lucia's just going to randomly luck onto instead of the actual thing I'm trying to hit. Right, now where? Or did I go the wrong way again? Oh no, this is the right way. There is something here. As the frame rate dies again. I don't know if it's just a PS4 version of the original did it as well, but the frame rate will randomly cut out a hell of a lot in DMC2. And it doesn't do it in 1 and 3 on this collection. Oh boy. You know, I hope you guys are comfortable with big open underwater areas, because if you're not, this is probably really quite off-putting. Like, among the many other reasons this game's quite off-putting, I can imagine deep open underwater areas. If you're aquaphobic or anything like that, that can be really daunting even in a video game. Like, I remember Underworld being quite like that. A lot of people who are aquaphobic really struggled with the first level of Underworld because they throw you in the deep end and ask you to deep dive right down to the bottom, and there's sharks about to try and solve tombs and whatnot when you're several miles beneath the ocean and it's really dark and it's kind of daunting and it's a bit off-putting. It's not terrible, but it can be a bit like, oh fuck. To be fair, that's another trio of games I'd love to let's play at some point. The Legend trilogy and Tomb Raider. Those are like the best 3 Tomb Raiders, and yet hardly anyone outside of my friends group seems to know what they are, which I find kind of weird. Because everyone I talk to about them, like, yeah, I know them, they were amazing, and as soon as I go to a wider audience, no one knows what the fuck it is. So what happens? But they were great. If we redo this puzzle, and I'd love to show them all off. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with Underworld, the 3rd one, and the last one of the trilogy. Like, it's not as good as the 2 before it by any stretch, and I always thought it was the weakest. But I'd love to show off those 3 games at some point, but unless I can get a really good capture card, and I'd also have to get a new 360 at this point, because I recently discovered my 360's busted as all hell. I went to fire it up to play some Red Dead, and it just refused to start up. Oh boy, more fucking platforming. But yeah, I'd love to do those 3 games, but I'd need to get a capture card or wait for a HD collection. But I don't think they're going to do a HD collection because Square Enix seem more focused on, look at this fancy new reboot trilogy that completely abandons Tombs, even though the series is called Tomb Raider, and instead we've made them these little optional gauntlets that don't matter to anything other than little extra upgrades instead of actually making them important. Oh, and we've taken away her trademark dual weaponry. We've given her a fucking bow instead, because everyone loves that. Ugh. Just give me Tomb Raider. Give me fancy tombs. It's why Legend and Anniversary was so fucking good. Especially Anniversary. Anniversary is my favourite because it's just the original with a completely new story and new context thrown on it to wrap into the Legend universe, and completely extended and expanded upon ideas that were put in place for the first game. It was a complete remake how it should be. It was a complete reimagining of the original game with new context. And alright, we got to do this again. We got to smash all 3 and then run at it. Neat. But it's why Anniversary is so fucking brilliant, and I can recommend it to anyone. And Legend's bloody brilliant as well, because I love the storytelling and like the first step of their new trilogy they were going for. It's just Underworld that I had a little bit of trouble with on personal things. When you go to the reboot trilogy, and that's Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and later this year's Shadows of the Tomb Raider, and it's not like, I'm not going to turn around and say they're bad games, because they're not. They're fun games on their own merit. They're just not Tomb Raiders, because you're not raiding tombs. You're doing Little Miss Surviving instead. And I stop fucking missing this. Oh my fucking god, stop missing. We could have had that. We're not going to get it now. Yeah, of course not. You know, if Lucia didn't just, you know, fucking miss the last hit of every single bloody attack, we'd be fine. Oh, so you don't miss it then? Ugh. Oh, that's... Ugh. Do I have to do that? Is that what it is? Let me think about this. So I want to get all 3 of them smashed at relatively the same time. Alright, let's go. As soon as one breaks, it's all games. Let's go. Alright, we're going to fuck it up again because Lucia can't hit for shit. Go, 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 go! Stop attacking, run! Got ya. Alright, and that would probably be quick heart then, which would actually make sense because we had to be quick to earn the thing to be quicker. Am I right here? Yeah. God damn, I wonder how quick she's gonna run now. Not that I really want to know. I'm kind of intimidated to know. I'll show you off at some point, probably. Actually, we can just leave it as it is. Thank you. Are we heading into that fancy ass room that was in Dante's story? You know, the one we had to hit all the switches because the room was spinning? Or are we straight in the cutscene? Oh no, it's probably a boss. Really? Okay, so you're gonna make us fight the reskin just to make us fight the normal one anyway later on? Like, what's the fucking point? Yeah, hello Plutonian, how are you today? I killed you earlier. Sorry, I meant your twin brother earlier. Ugh. I hope they've at least buffed him to compensate for the fact that you've already fought this fuckwit. Like, they must be aware. Like, no one's falling for this shit. Oh, here come the lasers. Hopefully I can get a better chance to show off what I meant on Dante's story. Because like I said, when he's on low health, he does like an entire crisscross of the entire arena. Like, every single laser that can go off goes off at the same time, and I wanted to show it off, but it only happened like as he died, so it was kind of hard to really see. But hopefully I can get him on low and show it properly this time around. I never know my luck. And it's not like he's going to die as quick, because the Devil Trigger for Lucia is nowhere near as good as Dante's, I'm learning. Ow. And I'm not even trying to get the S rank combo like I did the first time round. When it comes to normal mooks. Ow. Oh, they're just going to infinitely respawn, I think. Yeah, get fucked. Yeah, that's the entire crisscross on the board. You still didn't really get to see. There it is. That. That's actually kind of a cool obstacle though, because you do have to be precise in the moment. It's kind. I like that, but that's why I didn't want to point it out, because it is a kind of cool obstacle, and it actually adds, you know, difficulty. Even if you can completely jump over it, completely avoiding the difficulty challenge of trying to be in the right position for it. But whatever. It's a good thing the hitbox on that laser died as well. God damn, that would have been a really cheap shot. Like, just as I complimented it, it just gives me a cheap shot at me. Ugh.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. Now we can stop Arius's ambition.
Whatever.
But actually, I do not deserve this power. Bring this to Mathieu for me, please. I've got something that I need to take care of.
I think that was the exact same cutscene. Like, minus Dante falling through the floor and fighting Plutonian, like, on his story. That was pretty much the same thing. Like, they need to stop reusing cutscenes. Like, for goodness sake, Sonic Adventure 2 in 2001 got that right. If you're doing alternate stories for the characters met, they would show it from an alternate perspective for that person. Like, if Sonic and Shadow were going to meet face to face, as another... Fucking hell, what is it with motorbikes today? Like, if Sonic and Shadow were going to meet face to face, on Sonic's story, you'd see it from his perspective. On Shadow's story, you'd see it from Shadow's. And they did the different camera angles and reworked the cutscene. And it was kind of cool. But we got another cutscene by the looks of it.
For a defect, you show promise. But did you really think you could deceive me? Have you come back to me, Kai?
I'm Lucia. Don't call me Kai.
Then why did you come here? Let me guess. You seek my death.
Die!
Grade A script writing there. It's almost as good as the reboot. Seriously, you seek death. Die! That, like, just a simple yes would have sufficed. Fucking hell. I know this is a stupid shield, but I'm still going to batter the crap out of him anyway. Yeah, we're coming for you, Arius. You can sit on your bloody table all you want. Yeah, just continue sitting there whilst I wail on you. Fucking hell. You can actually kick him in the air like a normal enemy. That's kind of funny. And that's about it. Alright, GG, Arius. Just see you good, as prophetic as always. How did she lose? We kicked your ass!
That man is going to bring me the Arcana shortly. You will live to see that.
That's just a piece of crap.
Oh, Arcana.
Here's another 3 for you.
No!
Crap like that doesn't interest me. But your swan song will.
You cannot win. Someone is holding you back.
Forget about me. Kill Arius.
Don't worry. I've got you.
It's reusing cutscenes again, and we know they're going to reuse the very next one of like the fancy talk with Dante gives his speech, but I'm going to call that apart. So next time on DMC2 we'll work our way back up to Arius for that fancy ass rematch again. Ugh. But until then, you guys take care now.
Why did you save me? I was created by him.
Every hero has a weakness.
But the ritual was activated because of me.
There's still time.
We have until the sun is completely eclipsed. But how are you going to enter the building? The entrance is...
Where there's a will, right?
Mother?
Yes, it is true that we are not tied by blood. But our ties are bound by history and experience, which is much deeper than blood. Now go. Everything I know, I have passed on to you. You are my daughter.
Thank you, Mother.